You have no way to say, I am not Salafi. You cannot be Muslim even if you do not become Salafi. Wow, that's too much, Sheikh Dimashqiya. No. You know what it means, I'm not Salafi? That means I do not take the Prophet and his companions as good model for me in my worship, in my practice, in my rituals. They're not my model. That's what it means. What's the meaning of the word Salafi?
Salaf are those who preceded you. You are Khalaf. That means you came after them. So, the Prophet is my Salaf, the one who preceded me in faith. That's why he said to his daughter Fatima, fear Allah, for I am the best Salaf for you. That means you should take me as an example in all aspects of faith, your worship, your methodology, your doctrine. So, as a matter of obedience to the Prophet ﷺ, we should also be taking him as a model Salaf for us.
Salafi is the one who confined his way of worship, of ibadah, to the way of the Prophet's ibadah and his companions. That's what it means. Taking them as his model in all of aspects of worship. So when you say, I am not Salafi, that means I do not take the Prophet and his companions as model for me. Salaf means those who preceded you. Narrated in Sahih Muslim that the Prophet said to Fatima, O Fatima, fear Allah, for I am the best Salaf for you. That means I preceded you, Fatima, in faith. So take me as model in your worship. The Ash'aris don't like the word Salafis, but they have to admit that the way of the Salaf is the true way. In the books of doctrine that are being utilized in Al-Azhar University, as well as many Ash'ari schools of religion, they have in this book Tuhfat al-Murid for al-Bayjuri. He quotes one of the Imams of Ash'ari saying, وَكُلُّ خَيْرٍ فِي اتِّبَاعِ مَنْ سَلَفْ وَكُلُّ شَرٍ فِي ابْتِدَاعِ مَنْ خَلَفْ. What does this mean? The good, all good, in following the Salaf, and the evil, all evil, in following the way of Al-Khalaf. Salaf, those who preceded you, Khalaf, those who came after.
So this is an Ash'ari confession that we should follow the Salaf. So what's wrong with them? Calling themselves Ash'ari, not Salafi.
That's an Ash'ari confession. Ibn Hajar, rahimahullah, the commentator of Sahih al-Bukhari, he used to be praising many scholars for what? Calling them that their doctrine, their ideology is Salafi. They used to be on the way of the Salaf. When Ibn Hajar praised people because they're Salafis, as you see in his book Lisan al-Mizan, that means he's praising the Salafi way.
Not only this, but you can see him here saying, فَالسَّعِيدُ مَنْ تَمَسَّكَ بِطَرِيقِ السَّلَفِ وَاجْتَنَبَ مَا أَحْدَثَهُ الْخَلَفِ. What a beautiful statement from Ibn Hajar. He's saying the real happy person is the one who adhered to the way of the Salaf and avoided at the same time what Al-Khalaf had innovated. Even An-Nawawi here, he's saying, among the greatest harm ever, issuing, inventing, innovating words that disagree with the madhab of the Salaf. This is the way of the Salaf,
in which you're tackling today, attacking systematically.
Even Abu Hanifa, when he was asked about the methodology of philosophy, علم الكلام. He said, this is مقالات الفلاسفة. These are the rhetoric of the philosophers. عليك بالأثر. You should be following the trace, that means the trace of the Prophet and his companions. عليك بالأثر واتباع السلف, and following the way of the Salaf. Abu Hanifa said it.
This is the meaning of the word Salaf. Therefore, I repeat what I said. The matter is not so wide as you think. You have the choice whether to be Salafi or not. No, you have to be Salafi. And if you understand the meaning of the word Salafi, which means you must take the Prophet and his companions as your model in faith, then you say, no, I disagree with that. That's why I say that makes it reaching the level of disbelief, faithlessness, kufr. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.